All right, Amon St. Brown is all over the place right now. Netflix. He's got his own podcast. Signed a big deal. He was on the Pivot podcast, so he's all over the place. Check him out. I love it. Now he had some cool things to say about the Lions Super Bowl chances. Before we get to that, though, I was just thinking as the Lions get into this, literally talking Super Bowl as we get into the start of training camp with the Lions. I was thinking, when's the last time I was like having this much fun with the Lions? And it's never, basically. So let me know in the comments if you had to pick another time. I mean, I was thinking it was kind of for me, it was like the Jim Schwartz and Dominican Sue had been 0-16, kind of was like coming out of that, had Megatron Stafford, like it was exciting, but the problem in the past was every time something good started to happen, you just crash right back down to earth, lose 2 in a row, or I don't know, it just didn't ever felt well. This is just kind of like just keeps going, sustainable. The whole thing is just so much better. So Amon St. Brown podcast with his brother was talking about how the Lions are seriously thinking about working towards a Super Bowl and how not every team does that. Now every team says they are, right? Yeah, we're going to try to win the Super Bowl, but he's like, no. And I loved what Amon St. Brown said about, because he's just like him and his brother, they're just talking real. His brother plays for the Saints. So his brother's like, yeah, man, we're trying to get Super Bowl too. And he's like, no, you're not. And it's like so good because like, no, you're not. The Lions are like legitimately are going to try to win the Super Bowl, which is crazy. Just a couple of years ago, it was so off. And Amon Ross said that he's like, dude, in 2021, come on, kidding me? We're just like, can we make the playoffs? Can we maybe make the playoffs? I don't even think that's possible. Now it's like playoffs for sure. Super Bowl, here we come. Crazy. Again, a lot has to go well. We all know that. But with that being said, and Amon Ross saying, hey, look, this is what we're focused on. We are truly focused on this. And he's right. There's about 10 teams that can say that out of the 32 that are truly have a chance. The rest got an opportunity. Things got to go really well. Then the bottom third is like trying to make the playoffs, and they won't. Here's what SI.com did. And this is really interesting. They asked their different writers to, and this is just for entertainment because who knows, but to give us the next 5 Super Bowl champions. And so it's like, okay. Chiefs, of course. So let's get out of that one. Albert Breer, he said the Chiefs are going to win 2 more, then the Bengals, 49ers, and Chargers. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's so hard to do. No. Connor Orr, love you, Connor Orr. He says the Lions this year. And I'm like, okay. So I'm betting on owners and coaches long term. I think there's such a market gap in the NFL right now between owners who actually care about winning and those who don't. Ooh, that's why the Eagles and the Detroit Lions are on my list. With the Lions, I think taking home the Lombardi Trophy this season, pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy that the Lions are in that, where ownership is all in. Ownership, GM, head coach. Thank you, Connor Orr. Gilberto Manzano, he's got the Lions in 4 years from now. Okay. And I don't hate that one either, but the point is this last guy had the Lions winning the Super Bowl this year. This guy's like, no, I think they're just long term. So I love both of those. It's like, it's crazy. So I'm going through it. I'm not sure whether Jared Goff will get the job done for the Lions, but I strongly believe the duo of Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes will quickly upgrade at QB if needed to deliver a Super Bowl in the next 5 years. But I don't think it will come down to that for the loaded Lions. Okay. I agree with this. I think Goff is 100% capable of leading the Lions to Super Bowl. There's no question. But I too have so much confidence in this right here that it'll work out. Like it's crazy. It's not that easy. That's the thing. This is not that easy. Okay, Greg Bishop says the Lions are going to win the next 2 Super Bowls. Thank you, Greg, for writing this article. It's something. It's something I have even asked various coaches and players in Detroit this offseason. Have we entered in an era in which NFL dynasties return? Several answered yes. To that end, I like the Lions, what they built and what they're building as the next franchise to join the dynastic Chiefs. Wow. I mean, again, this is all for fun, but hey, I'm having fun. They're talking dynasty now. Like, let's go. When comparing Detroit to the two-time defending champs this coming season, I see a complete roster minus another talented wideout after Amon-Ra St. Brown. Agree. Jameson Williams, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Like, there's pieces there. It's not bare. It's just like, who's it going to be? Either way, the need for that player in Detroit pushed my logic toward Kansas City competing to the three-peat, but I do like the Lions in future seasons. Man, love it. Rosenberg, he's got the Lions in there. You see the Chargers too, and somehow the Vikings got in there. What the heck is that? That's wrong. Can't take this guy serious. Okay, John Plume, Lions. You get it. I mean, my point in this article is like, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown talking about, you got Hutchinson talking about, you got Dan Campbell saying it's no question. We see it as fans. We see it. We see the roster. We see what's built. And I guess what's crazy is now the national media is all over it. The Lions Super Bowl. And so here's the thing. Will the Lions win the Super Bowl this year? I don't know. But what we've always wanted as fans is meaningful games late into the season. And that's what you want. You want Sunday. It's in December. You're not 1-9. You're 8-2. You're right in there. In this, they're big games and they're fun and they're on the road and they're in the division and you're playing for seeding. Like, football is just taken over the last 5 years, especially in sports. It's just completely exploded. There's so many reasons, so many theories why. I'll give you a couple. First of all, I think it all stems. The whole thing runs off the engine that the amateur league is so popular. And I'm talking about college football. We watch college football. Football is so popular. So you watch college football and you understand these guys. And because of the nature of football, they have to stay in for 3 years, and you go to college and you're not in some weird, league where you don't ever get watched. No, it's like, we're watching all these guys. And then what really matters is those guys then can go to the NFL and have instant impacts and be big parts of the team. So again, you know who they are, you see them, you know that it matters. So this is why this matters so much, is because now draft picks, trades matter so much in hockey, basketball, baseball. Those trades for draft picks, it's like, I don't even know what that means, man. But you tell me that someone just traded for a 3rd round pick, it's like, ooh, okay, we know exactly what that means. It's valuable. It means something. So now trades mean more. Transactions mean more, because you're able to go from college to the pros. We know who you are. We've been watching you. And now you go here. You see that at quarterback, at the most important position in the NBA, you can't name 6 players, nor can you tell if they're going to do anything. That's what boggles my mind in the NBA. And that's why it's so hard for me, is because a guy will get picked up in the 2nd round of the NBA draft. And you're like, dude, that guy was sick, man. It's like, he'll never play in the NBA. It's like, why? Well, first of all, no 2nd rounders make it. And it's just a different game. It's completely different in the NBA. Baseball, there's a million rounds. These guys are getting drafted as like freshmen at Miami, but they're still going to play. It doesn't make any sense. So again, there's just so many theories why football is taken off. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Same with hockey. Drafting a guy from Switzerland. He's 19. We'll see him in 6 years. Like, man, I just how, your team can get instantly better, different. There's so many things. And that's why football is so popular. Okay, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.